how you describe the current state of relations between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, particularly after the signing of this historic agreement. How warm are the relations between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia?
The relations between our two countries remain, cordial and continue to grow strength by strength every year. The relationship is strong and continues to grow, and the leadership of both countries are committed to making it even more strong. The focus of the leadership of our two countries is to strengthen our economic engagement.
Any focus on Pakistani human resource export to Saudi Arabia, particularly the skilled one, the IT people, doctors, chartered accountants, other financial experts?
Under its Vision 2030, digitization of the society and the economy is a key target. And that has created actually a lot of opportunities for Pakistani IT businesses to work in Saudi Arabia.
How it is being considered by Saudi Arabia? What will be ultimately its impact on bilateral relations?
Basically, this agreement is a natural continuation of the enduring bonds and reflects the shared commitment to enhance our security, for promoting peace in the region and beyond, and developing defense cooperation.
Airstrikes by Israeli forces again. So Pakistan and Saudi Arabia both are brotherly countries. So how Saudi Arabia and Pakistan look into this emerging challenge?
Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, along with other Muslim countries, have been working very, very diligently. And you have seen how actively our Deputy Prime Minister, as well as the Prime Minister, and some of our missions abroad have been advocating that there should be an immediate ceasefire.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and welcome to Program Insight in B News English. Dear viewers, in today's program, we will discuss Pakistan and Saudi Arabia relation. Saudi Arabia is a country in Middle East which is of significant diplomatic, political, and economic importance, not only for the world, but specifically for the Muslim world. And Pakistan enjoys very close relations with Saudi Arabia in diverse fields. And recently, we have seen Pakistan and Saudi Arabia signed a landmark defense and security agreement, and that shows Saudi trust on Pakistani security system on Pakistan. And under that agreement, one liner is enough that any attack on Saudi Arabia will be considered attack on Pakistan, and any attack on Pakistan will be considered an attack on Saudi Arabia. Both countries enjoy strong trade, economic tie. There is huge Pakistani diaspora in Saudi Arabia. And in addition to this, the Pakistani diaspora is one of the major contributors to the foreign remittances Pakistan receives. In today's conversation, we will also talk about Saudi Investment Initiative Forum, which is set to begin from 27th of October to 30th of October. That is a major initiative of Saudi government, and this forum is regularly taking place every year, in which major global finance, investment, business companies, groups, they come, share their ideas, and Pakistan every year is invited in this conference. Representing Pakistan, Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif is participating in Saudi Investment Initiative Forum, which is extraordinarily important. In addition to participation in the forum, Pakistani leadership is also expected to meet Saudi Crown Prince. So in which dimension Pakistani-Saudi Arabia relations are moving, and whether in the days to come, the earlier MOUs which were signed for investment in Pakistan by different Saudi business groups are expected to be materialized. We are fortunate to have with us Pakistan's ambassador to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Ambassador Ahmed Farooq, who has, despite his very busy schedule, spared time and participating in our program. Very warm welcome, Ambassador Ahmed Farooq, sir.
Thank you very much, Mateen Saab. Always a pleasure to be on your show.
So pleasure to have you in our show. I would just like to know right in the beginning how you describe the current state of relations between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, particularly after the signing of this historic agreement. How warm are the relations between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia?
Well, I should not emphasize that the relations between our two countries remain, cordial and continue to grow strength by strength every year. And the biggest manifestation of that is the high frequency of high-level visits that we are having from both sides. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, as you mentioned, will be visiting Riyadh for attending the Future Investment Initiative conference. And this would be his fourth visit during the current year. As you have also mentioned, the relations between our two countries in the domains of trade, investment, people-to-people contact, and defense also remain very, very close and very strong. As everybody is aware, we recently the two countries signed the Strategic Mutual Defense Agreement, which basically is aimed at bringing the two countries even more close, and it shows the trust that both of us place on each other. So the relationship is strong and continues to grow, and the leadership of both countries are committed to making it even more strong.
So, as you said, that this initiative, foreign investment initiative, this is taking place, futuristic investment initiative conference or forum that is taking place. And regularly Pakistan is participating. Pakistani leadership is regularly participating over the last 4 years. How important is this forum in terms of business connectivity, meeting with not only Saudi groups, other Middle Eastern groups, other business groups and companies which come from Europe, which come from the rest of the world, of course. And if we see, Saudi Arabia has also opened up its gates for foreign investment. So, which is why it is hosting such unique forum. What opportunities are for Pakistan in such forums? How Pakistan can showcase its financial, its investment portfolio and outlook for international investors?
The Future Investment Initiative, which is also known as Davos in the Desert, it was
Davos in the desert. Very good.
Davos in the desert, yes. And it was initiated by His Royal Highness Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. And this is the 9th edition of the FII, which is taking place. And this event has, continuously grown in terms of its importance, in terms of the level of people that participate in it. Every year, it is attracting world leaders, thought leaders, and top global CEOs who gather here to discuss the challenges which the world economy or the world as a whole face. So it's a very, very important opportunities for countries like us to be part of this forum and to present Pakistan's perspective on these important issues, as well as highlight what our economic objectives are and how we would like our economy to grow, and also present opportunities for investment and business in Pakistan. As you have rightly mentioned, the Prime Minister will be participating in this event for the third time. He participated in 2022, then again in 24. And this will be his third participation in this event. And on each occasion, the Prime Minister, as well as the delegation that accompanies him, participates in different sessions and discussions that go on at the forum to highlight some of the major issues that we see in the world happening in terms of, for example, the new developments relating to artificial intelligence, climate change, which is a major concern for Pakistan, as well as how we see the issues that the world needs to address to help developing countries like Pakistan grow and create opportunities for the prosperity of its people. So I would say it's a very, very important event. And like every year, our delegation will be making its contribution to the discussions that would go on.
So, Ambassador Ahmed Farooq Saab, our global viewers, including Pakistani world and Pakistanis, are keenly interested to know the future of Saudi investment in Pakistan. Earlier, we have seen in Islamabad, number of Saudi companies, their heads came, Saudi investment minister came, there were a number of MOUs which were signed. Some of MOUs were converted into agreements. So some of potential areas of Saudi investment in Pakistan were identified: mining, agriculture, and science, technology, and so many areas. So would you like to share some update where that investment, Mayers, this expression of interest in Pakistani different areas by the Saudi companies to invest? So where is that progress reached now?
Well, certainly, the focus of the leadership of our two countries is to strengthen our economic engagement. While we continue to have strong political as well as military relations, we have not been able to make really serious gains in terms of strengthening the economic partnership. And that is something which His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince, and the Prime Minister of Pakistan have been discussing over the last 1.5 years since the Prime Minister took office in 2024. And as you have rightly mentioned, we've had several delegations, business delegations from Saudi Arabia who have visited Pakistan. So these visits have taken place in May and October of last year, after which 37 MOUs totaling the value of 2.8 billion US dollars were signed. And I'm happy to report that out of these, 19 MOUs are now in the stage of implementation, and their value is close to $1 billion. There is one MOU which was signed, which had a value of about over $1 billion, and that related to the investment in the power sector. Since you are aware that we are facing some challenges in the power sector, so that MOU perhaps may not reach implementation. So if you take that into account, so we have 36 MOUs totaling $1.6 billion, out of which $1 billion are implemented. So almost 60% conversion has already been done.
Very good.
The other thing which both governments think that we should focus in terms of enhancing our business and trade and investment relationship is to give the lead to the private sector. Mm-hmm. And what has recently happened is
business, exactly.
Business to business, because we feel that eventually it is the private sector which is going to create the value in terms of business and investment. So in recent times, keeping this in view, the Saudi-Pakistan Joint Business Council has been reconstituted, and from both sides, senior businessmen have been brought in this council. It is being led from the Saudi side by His Highness Prince Mansour bin Mohammed Al Saud, and the Pakistani side is led by a prominent Pakistani businessman, Mr. Fawad Mukhtar of the Fatima Group. The Saudi side of the Business Council recently visited Pakistan from the 8th till 11th of October, and they visited Islamabad, Karachi, and Lahore. And very serious interactions took place between both sides at the private sector level as well as the government level, both the federal government and the provincial governments of Sindh and Punjab. So a number of new investment opportunities and proposals have been discussed by the businessmen on both sides as well as the government. And as we speak, the Business Council is working very, very diligently in order to create business deals out of the opportunities that have been presented to them. So I am very, very hopeful that in the coming weeks we will be seeing more deals coming in the public, and we are also working on now bringing a business delegation from Pakistan to Saudi Arabia. So there have been 3 visits by Saudi delegations, and inshallah the next visit will be a Pakistani business delegation visiting Riyadh for a Saudi-Pakistan business forum.
That's wonderful information. And Saudi leadership is especially focusing on information technology and artificial intelligence. And this is again one of the areas in which Saudi companies will be making investment in Pakistan. But the question is, Pakistan is producing one of the finest IT workforce. There are every year Pakistani universities are producing finest IT graduates in different information technology disciplines. The question is, Saudi Arabia is a country where there is a huge number of foreign workers and even white-collar job holders. They are performing their services for socio-economic development of Saudi Arabia. So in that connection, labor class is a different sector. So any initiative, because Saudi Arabia is opening, it has opened its different sectors for investment. Tourist cities are being built. So any focus on Pakistani human resource export to Saudi Arabia, particularly the skilled one, the IT people, doctors, chartered accountants, other financial experts, etc.
You have rightly mentioned that information technology remains a key priority for the Saudi government because under its Vision 2030, digitization of the society and the economy is a key target. And that has created actually a lot of opportunities for Pakistani IT businesses to work in Saudi Arabia. Over the last 2 years, since I've been here, we have focused a lot on actually bringing Pakistani IT companies to the kingdom and introducing them to the business opportunities here. So currently, over 100 Pakistani IT companies have now local offices in Saudi Arabia, and their business is growing very rapidly. Just to share with you some statistics, this current financial year, which ended on 30th June 25, our IT-related exports reached a figure of about 73 million US dollars, which is more than 55% more than the previous year.
This is overall figure.
This is overall figure from the IT services exports that Pakistan makes to Saudi Arabia. And this year, in the first quarter, there is almost a 27%, actually a 76% increase year on year as compared to the first quarter of last year. So for us, the biggest opportunity right now in the IT sector is how we can get our IT companies here and create more business opportunities for them. And this is also the focus of the government as well as the embassy here, that we are working to connect the top Pakistani IT companies, which have local offices, with opportunities such as all the major projects which the kingdom is currently undertaking, as well as with the big businesses. So while the human resource aspect is also important in the field of IT, the biggest opportunity that we have to focus on is creating opportunities for IT businesses, and which actually has more return for our economy than just sending people abroad. Now, coming to this overall area of manpower export, uh, our numbers in Saudi Arabia currently are about 2.5 million workers, and as you have rightly mentioned, the majority of them are low-skilled workers. And this is again a key focus area for the government on how we can send more skilled people to the kingdom, because they would be able to have better jobs with better wages, and that helps in sending more remittances to Pakistan. So various programs have been initiated in Pakistan and in also in the provinces, whereby more attention is being given to improving the skill level of our workers, as well as the soft skills which they require to have a better adjustment in the Saudi society. And this would actually help us target the higher skilled job categories. So this work is ongoing, and inshallah, in the coming period, you will see that it will be actually reflected in the amount of remittances that we get. So we can focus on quality over quantity, and that will be actually very, very significant for Pakistan's economy.
So that will be very significant for Pakistani economy. Another important sector is Ahmed Farooq Sahib. It is Sarzameen Hijaz Muqaddas. It is Haramain Sharif, and where every year millions of people around the world they come and they perform Hajj. And other than Hajj, throughout the year there are pilgrims or Zaireen for Ziyarat. So specifically, every Hajj that take place, we are talking in the context of Pakistan. There is an experience, there is a learning experience. So for the next year, plans have already been made. So in the current year's Hajj, what lessons were learned? What were the mistakes? And in the coming years, since a large number of Pakistani pilgrims, Hajj pilgrims, they are of old age people. So, how to accommodate Pakistani pilgrims in the next year Hajj in more better accommodations for their better look after? Any plan on that?
So Pakistan is the second largest contingent of Hujjaj that comes for performing Hajj. Our quota is about 180,000, so it is second to Indonesia. Last year, we faced some challenges because the government basically divides the quota between the private sector and the government itself, and due to some changes which the Saudi government has introduced in order to streamline the arrangements of Hajj so that they are able to provide better services to all the pilgrims. Our private sector faced certain issues because of which they could not complete the registration of Hujjaj in accordance with the timelines that were prescribed by the Saudi government. So that was something which resulted in a loss of, in terms of numbers of people who could come from Pakistan for Hajj. On the government side, we were able to fulfill the entire quota, but the private sector did not complete its numbers. So this time around, the government has taken, actions that to prevent a recurrence of a similar situation, and in a very timely manner, the Hajj policy and the Hajj scheme has been launched, and we are very hopeful that with this, with the new system which the government has introduced, we will not be facing the same situation as happened in the previous Hajj. In addition to that, every year the government is also taking measures to improve the services that the Hujjaj are provided here. And we are also thankful for the support and collaboration which we receive from the authorities of the kingdom, where the Hajj is the highest priority, of His Majesty, the custodian of the two holy mosques, and His Royal Highness the Crown Prince. So they have given directions to authorities to ensure that the best of services are provided to the pilgrims. And we have received very, very strong support from them. And if you check in terms of the feedback that we get from Hujjaj, it is improving every year. So inshallah, the plan is also to introduce some new facilities that would improve further the experience that Hujjaj have while performing Hajj.
So other than Hajj, as you said, there are a very large number of Pakistani workers, particularly labor class, which is, of course, engaged in labor work in different construction and in different areas, in different Saudi cities, and they become the biggest source of foreign remittance to the Pakistani treasury. So what steps are being taken for their better look after by Pakistan Embassy and consulate in Jeddah, and there are also consulates in other parts of Saudi Arabia. And connected to this, because this point which I'm going to share, that has come many times before Foreign Affairs Committees of Senate and National Assembly of Pakistan, that Pakistani prisoners. So currently, what is the status of Pakistani prisoners, those who are in minor crimes? What steps are being taken for their early release? Would you also share data on that?
The welfare of the Pakistani diaspora working in Saudi Arabia is one of the most important tasks which is performed by the embassy as well as by our Consulate General in Jeddah. So we give the highest priority to ensure that we serve the needs of our workers, whichever kind of difficulties they face, whether they are facing challenges from their employers, whether they have some other issues affecting their legal stay in the kingdom. And that also includes people who have been convicted of crimes and are serving sentences in prisons. In the embassy as well as the consulate, we have already introduced a number of new measures and systems that helps the people who come to us for various services, that we are able to provide better services to them. And we will be actually introducing some more technology-based systems that will improve this experience further. Saudi Arabia is a very large country. It is 3 times the size of Pakistan. And Pakistanis are working in every corner of this large land. So therefore, we are mindful of this fact that sometimes it is very difficult for our people to travel 400, 500 kilometers for getting services at the embassy or at the consulates. So that's why we are in the process of introducing new systems that will provide them better services. Now, in terms of our prisoners, that again, the numbers keeps changing because there are people who are released and then there are more who are convicted and sentenced. But at the end of the day, they are citizens of Pakistan, and we work to ensure that their welfare is safeguarded. Their conditions in the prison are such that it's not harsh for them. If they need any services within the prisons, also they reach out to us. Sometimes they even reach out to me personally. My mobile number somehow is available to prisoners, and they call me directly from prisons. And we give attention to each and every request that we receive in terms of ensuring their welfare. At the same time, there is also an agreement between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia for transfer of prisoners. meaning that
What transfer
somebody
of?
transfer of prisoners. So meaning
Okay.
that
To
somebody
Pakistan, is it?
who has been convicted in Saudi Arabia can serve out their sentence in
Remaining
Pakistan,
sentence. Exactly.
remaining sentence. There are certain conditions attached to that. Not every prisoner can benefit from it, and sometimes prisoners they do not themselves want to avail this facility, since their consent is the fundamental requirement that would they like to serve their sentence in Pakistan. So, given all that, we still work, and our teams visit prisons very frequently and regularly to talk to prisoners and to inform them of their right that they can avail this option. And based on that, the transfer of prisoners has already commenced.
It has
And the
already
government of
commenced.
Saudi
Under
Arabia has
some
already commenced.
understanding of
Yeah.
very good.
And the government of Saudi Arabia is actively cooperating and supporting this initiative.
So we have a few minutes left now. I would like to seek your opinion on deteriorating situation in Gaza. Once again, Israel has violated the peace agreement, and that peace agreement, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and several other Arab countries have played a very vital role. And ultimately, there were hopes that the peace will return over there. Now, International Court of Justice has also given warning that humanitarian assistance should be restored for the people of Gaza. And Pakistan yesterday, in our official statement, also strongly condemned the latest airstrikes by Israeli forces again. So Pakistan and Saudi Arabia both are brotherly countries. So how Saudi Arabia and Pakistan look into this emerging challenge, because these strikes has put the peace plan or agreement in extreme danger.
The situation in Gaza is one of the biggest tragedies of our times. Perhaps maybe we have not witnessed the level of targeting of innocent civilians as happened in Gaza in any other place. Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, along with other Muslim countries, have been working very, very diligently, and you have seen how actively our Deputy Prime Minister, as well as the Prime Minister, and some of our missions abroad have been advocating that there should be an immediate ceasefire, and that the people of Gaza should be provided the humanitarian assistance that they need. And we also value the efforts which the President of the United States, President Trump, has made in reaching this recent ceasefire. But we also know that the government in Israel is the one which always takes actions that breaks these understandings. And the international community, therefore, has to put pressure on them and prevail on them to ensure that they abide by the commitments that they have made under this agreement, and they do not resort again to military action in Gaza, and they allow the entrance of humanitarian assistance as well as the eventual reconstruction of the territory for the people living there.
Just in one sentence, as I mentioned in the opening, which is why I am asking, this landmark security and defense agreement that you also spoke, how it is being considered by Saudi Arabia? What will be ultimately its impact on bilateral relations?
Well, as I said, I mean, I don't need to say more. It is a culmination of a long process whereby both countries have stood with each other whenever they have faced any threats. And basically, this agreement is a natural continuation of the enduring bonds and reflects the shared commitment to enhance our security, for promoting peace in the region and beyond, and developing defense cooperation. So, as the agreement states, and you also mentioned, an attack on one would be considered an aggression against the other. And that's where we come together.
Thank you so much indeed, Ambassador Ahmed Farooq Saab, Pakistan's ambassador to Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And in today's conversation, you have given a very important information that Saudi investment amounting $1 billion has already materialized in Pakistan, and remaining would be materialized in the time to come. And the relations in different fields between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia in agriculture, trade, commerce, security, defense, and also IT businesses, Pakistani IT businesses growing in Saudi Arabia. These are all remarkable, very encouraging, very positive signs. And thank you so much once again. Despite your very, very busy schedule, you have spared time and participated in Program Insight in Videos English. Dear viewers, till our next program, goodbye and Khuda Hafiz.